Hi everyone, welcome back to Discover and Learn. Do you feel nervous while speaking in English? Yes, me too. It's the same for everybody, guys. Everybody feels nervous while speaking in English. To take that first initiative to start speaking in English is like a big stone, or it's like a big hurdle which we want to break, right? And that is where we feel that we should come back, or we should not speak in English, and we need a lot of courage to console ourselves or gather courage to start speaking in English. And many a times, like 90%, we fail. We are not able to translate everything in words, and we are not able to speak English fluently and confidently, which is absolutely fine. It happens to every single person who is a learner of English, who has just started to speak English, or who is learning to speak this language. It's not only about the beginners, it's about intermediate also. At times, we feel that we are very fluent in English, but there are times when we feel short of words. We are not able to translate our ideas. We don't get ideas what to say. Right? So these things happen, and it's very natural. So we should not get disheartened that we will not be able to speak in English anymore. That is not the thing which you should keep in mind, or rather you should have the attitude that maybe next time I'll be better, or I'll work on it and I'll get better at this the next time. Okay. So guys, in this session, I'm going to tell you very easy ways which I followed to start speaking in English confidently and fluently. This is also a 3-step method which I used, and it's very simple, very basic, and very easy to follow. If you start doing this, or you start speaking in English in this way, in this process, it will be much easier for you to start speaking in English, or to gain confidence while speaking in English. Trust me on this. Please listen to my entire video. This is actually going to be a game changer for you. So guys, on that note, welcome back to my channel. I am your communications coach and a soft skill trainer by profession, and I'm here to help you out with all your communications problems and to help you speak English fluently and confidently. But if you haven't subscribed my channel yet, quickly subscribe my channel, like and share my videos. Do write your comments in the comment section, and do not forget to press the notification icon so that you get all my videos on time, free of cost, and access to all the amazing content on this channel. What you have to do is stay tuned, stay connected, and watch my entire video to master this skill. So let's begin. I was also not very confident of speaking in English in front of others. I used to come back from school and I used to, become my teacher, and I used to speak like her. Everything was fine. Like, I used to keep on speaking and speaking. But whenever I was in front of somebody who speaks good English or better than me, I used to lose all my confidence and I used to be stuck. 1 or 2 sentences I can speak, but I used to get stuck then. So I just thought, what is happening, or what is wrong with me? Why I'm not able to speak in front of others? That was a big question which used to come to my mind every single time I failed while speaking in English. Then I realized that the trick which I'm following, or the practice session which I'm following, is not giving results to me, is not working for me. So I just thought of changing the whole process. I just thought of doing something different, right? While speaking to people or while interacting with people in English. Okay. So what I started doing was, the first step is what you can do, or exercise number 1 is, I started using English words, along with my mother tongue. Like, I used to talk in my mother tongue, but I used to take a lot of words, English words, or speak a lot of English words while speaking in my mother tongue, right? So whenever I used to talk to people, like, I used to pick up a lot of English words and speak. So I started with words, or English words. Okay, so this helped me to collect new words or new English words or expand my vocabulary or, to build up my vocabulary in English. So it was very easy for me. Whenever I used to talk to people in my mother tongue, I used to, use a lot of vocabulary or English words while speaking in my mother tongue. So that was one thing I make sure I have to do it. So that was an exercise for me. So I didn't start talking to people in English immediately. I thought of just working on my word building or my vocabulary or English vocabulary. So this was the first thing I started doing. I started using English words in my sentences which I spoke in my mother tongue. And it's very easy, guys. You can also start trying this. This is absolutely going to help you with words. And when you will, when you will become more confident and you will start speaking in English, it will definitely help you to retain that word. You will be in practice of using English words, right? So when you are using proper English sentences, you will not forget a word at that time. That will not be an issue then. Okay, so this is the first step, which is very simple and we all can do it. If we don't know words, what this is called in English, work on that. If you don't know what tired means in English or feeling sleepy means in English or anything else, there's lots of vocabulary, there are lots of words which we describe things in English. So start collecting those words, start working on those words. So whatever you are speaking in your mother tongue, try to include as many English words as you can in that. Okay, and we all do, right? Right now also I talk to my parents, I talk to people outside also, we use English words. So that is not, it will not sound odd. Okay, so this is an exercise which you can start doing from today, which is actually going to give you results. Okay, now step number 2 or exercise number 2 or activity number 2, whatever you feel like calling it, which is you can start with some basic general sentences in English. While you are talking to somebody in your mother tongue, you can just say, "Oh, that's great," or you can say, "Well, thank you," or "See you," or "Good morning, how are you?" Just in between we can use some sentences in English, right? Or if we want to congratulations on winning the so and so, whatever. So few sentences we can start speaking, not the whole conversation. You don't have to have the whole conversation in English, but what you can do is you can just start speaking 1 or 2 sentences in English while the conversation is going on. Like if you can greet that person, "Hi, good morning, how are you?" Okay, and then you can just start talking in your mother tongue. While the person is leaving, you can just say, "Well, nice to meet you. Bye-bye, take care." Okay, if somebody is saying something about themselves or, if they're saying something, some story or something, you can just say, "Oh, that's so scary." "Oh, wow, that's so good." Excellent. So we say all these things, right? So start including these, sentences or phrases in between your conversations. Okay, so you don't have to have the whole conversation in English. It's just that you have to get habituated with that language or, speaking that language in conversations. So that is why start including 1 or 2 or 3 sentences while having a conversation in your mother tongue. Okay, and those sentences will be, of course, in English. So you have to start using English sentences in between. Now here I'm not talking about words, I'm talking about complete sentences or phrases. You can use those phrases as it is. Those are complete sentences. Okay, so you can either use phrases or you can use some, basic simple sentences in English while you are having a conversation in your mother tongue. And it's very simple. I do it every single day. I use words, I use sentences in between as well, right? We do it while having conversations with people. We speak in our mother tongue, we speak in English also in between. So that is not a big deal. It's very usual, it's very common. Okay, so start doing this. Not the complete conversation, 1, 2, 3, whatever sentences you're comfortable making or coming up with at that moment, just start doing it. It will start helping you with getting familiar with the language or getting familiar to while speaking the language during any conversation. So that is what you are preparing your mind, preparing your mouth, preparing yourself to do in future. So this is the second step. Third exercise or activity or step, whatever you feel like saying, you can start having small talk, right? Small talks as in you can just ask somebody, so how it's going? So how are you? Or questions like, how was your weekend? Or how is your office going? How is your professional life going? Right? How is your personal life going? Or how is your study going? Right? What about your exams? Etc. There are lots of questions we can just come up with. So these are simple questions and we just need to know how to answer these questions also. So these are small talks, like a small topic we can come up with and we can just answer that or speak about it for a minute or two and then we can leave. Okay, so this is what small talk is about. This is the way you can start having conversation with people. So when you are at office, when you are at school or your workplace or anywhere else, at home also, if you called your friend or you met your friend somewhere, you can just have a small talk. So how was your weekend? How was your vacation? What are you doing these days? How are you preparing for your exam? Etc. Right? How is your baking session going? What do you like to cook? Etc. So there are lots of things we can just talk about for small talk conversations. Okay, these are 2 minutes, 3 minutes, 1 minute conversations. So we can prepare when we are outside or we are going and we came across our neighbor in our society or our friends anywhere outside. So we can just have a chat, simple chat, small chat or a quick chat and then we can go and then we can leave. So start with small talks. This is also very important. This will build up your confidence definitely. But when you are having a small talk, you have to prepare for these answers also. Because when you will ask somebody how was your weekend, definitely when the person will tell about his weekend, you will get a follow-up question like how was yours? You have to be prepared to answer that as well. So whatever you are going to ask the other person, prepare for that answer as well and then speak. Okay, and it's very simple, guys. You don't have to, brainstorm on these questions. You can just say, yeah, my weekend was also good. I went for shopping. I went out for dinner with my family or whatever. So it's just 1 sentence or 2 sentence answer and you can prepare that. So start with small talk conversations. The last one is you can build up your confidence by speaking to strangers also. If you're not very comfortable speaking to your friends and relatives because we are very conscious about speaking to them. So what you can do is you can talk to strangers. Now how do we talk to strangers? We can order food online. We can call McDonald's, Pizza Hut or any other restaurant and we can, order food there. Or when we are at a restaurant or a food court, we can order food in English, right? If you are at a salon, you can speak to people in English. You can book an appointment for yourself at the clinic, hospital, or restaurant, hotels, etc. in English, or a salon appointment in English. Okay, so you can go outside. If you are in a mall, at a store, you can just speak to the salesman or the saleswomen, whoever is there for help in English. So those are small moments when you can start building your confidence while speaking in English. You know what you need to ask. You know what you have to, what you are looking for. You just need somebody to guide you, to help you. Ask a question in English. Can you please help me with such and such size? Or can you please help me with where I can find women's wear or kids wear, anything, whatever, right? So these are small opportunities which you have to start grabbing. You have to think about where you can speak in English. You have to come up with your own ideas of where you can pitch in English, where you can start speaking in English, where you can have a short conversation in English. Okay, so this, and it matters a lot, guys. These small moments will definitely build up your confidence, and you'll be able to speak in English very soon, fluently and confidently. This will add to your confidence, this will add to your fluency. Okay, so these are the steps or stages or exercises or activities you need to start doing it from today, so as to gain confidence, and this will add up to your fluency as well. Once you start gaining confidence in speaking in English, you will get familiar with the language, you will get familiar with speaking the language, speaking the words. All your problems will go away, like forgetting words, getting nervous, etc. etc. You will be very comfortable speaking the language. And tomorrow, if somebody starts talking to you in English, it will automatically come out of your mouth. Your brain will help you, your mouth will help you to translate all the ideas what you have in English, for sure. So start working on these things, start working on these exercises, and it is absolutely going to help you to become confident and fluent in speaking in English. So guys, that's it for today. I'll see you in my next session. Until then, keep learning, keep speaking, keep watching, and keep exploring. See you. Bye-bye and take care.